Ich glaube hier. Wer lässt den Bücher draußen liegen? Hallo? Ist voll assi. Die Seiten werden wellig. Geht gar nicht. Ich glaube, das ist sein Haus. Sieht groß genug aus. Aber so ein Klingelschild wäre nicht schlecht gewesen, ne? Dawsons Anwesen.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Okay, da gehe ich noch nicht rein. Schicke Bude. Noch immer noch irgendwelche Briefe
It's locked.
oder sonst irgendwas, was mir noch Hinweise auf ihn geben könnte. Aber das sieht schlecht aus. Oder? Zeitungsartikel: Hinrichtung des Jean-François Sparrow. Ich glaube, das spricht man François aus. Jean Francis Sparrow, 21, wurde heute Morgen in der Haftanstalt von Pentonville gehängt. Mr. Sparrow wurde zum Tode verurteilt, nachdem man ihn des Mordes an seiner Schwester Alexandra Sparrow schuldig befunden hatte. Bis zum Schluss beharrte der Mann auf seine Unschuld. Vor Gericht wurde nicht ein einziger formeller Beweis für seine Anwesenheit am Tatort vorgelegt, aber er wurde trotzdem zu Tode verurteilt und hingerichtet. Scotland Yard weigerte sich, den Fall neu aufzurollen, trotz vieler Lücken im Ablauf der Ereignisse, die letztlich zu Miss Sparrows Tod führen. Charles Albright, der die Untersuchung für Scotland Yard durchführte, wollte keine unserer Fragen beantworten, aber vor 3 Wochen wurde er ohne offizielle Begründung degradiert. Welch seltsame Art, eine effiziente Untersuchung zu belohnen. Clayton Darby.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Ich laufe da eben hin und spreche ihn drauf an. Das hat ja höchstwahrscheinlich einen Sinn, dass ich das hier gefunden habe. Ich möchte nämlich bestmöglich vorbereitet in diese Konversation gehen. Da ist er, der Gute.
Dr. Reed, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
The death penalty is a great shame.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty. Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
Oh, cool.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector.
Goodbye.
Das hat uns nichts gebracht, aber ich bin froh, dass ich mit ihm drüber geredet habe. Sonst hätte ich diese Mülltonne hier nicht gesehen. Und da ist garantiert richtig geiles gar nichts drin. Wie, lass mich nicht hängen. Zeig mir, was da in der Mülltonne war. Gar nichts. Alles klar, gehen wir zu los jetzt.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, er hat echt 2 Tresore. Na gut.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Believe me, there is a huge difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one. I learned that myself the hard way.
Oh my God, man, stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
Oh, mach mich ruhig wütend, du Arsch.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create 2 separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Also, ich hasse diesen Typen. Echt. Er ist einfach nur ein abgrundtief böser Mensch. Und als Unsterblicher wird das nur viel schlimmer werden. Und er rechtfertigt einfach alles mit Macht und vor allem mit seinem Geld. Das ist grundlegend falsch. Jedenfalls in meiner Meinung. Ich kann ihn verwandeln. Ich kann ihn wirklich verwandeln, weil ich glaube, ich habe... Naja, 2000 DP habe ich auf jeden Fall über. Das werde ich nicht tun. Ich wollte ihn eigentlich aussaugen. Ich möchte ihn eigentlich aussaugen. Ich möchte ihn töten. Und seine Erfahrungspunkte haben und sein Blut und einfach ihm alles nehmen. Einfach aus Rache. Da ich aber weiß, dass er die finanzielle Stütze ist hier und alles so weiter und dass er... Es ist ja irgendwo... bei Sean Hampton war es ja genauso unlogisch, dass damit mal alle sterben, aber ich habe keinen Bock, dass hier auch wieder alle mit mal sterben. Das mache ich nicht, also ziehe ich ihn in den Bann.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
It's locked.
Ich hoffe, dass sie jetzt nicht sterben. Das wäre echt scheiße. Mir kommt gerade ein Gedanke. Bei Sean zum Beispiel habe ich ja vorher auch getötet in dem Distrikt, also in dem Bezirk. Meine, mindestens 2. Kann das damit zusammenhängen, dass Leute sterben, einfach weil ich vorher schon Leute getötet habe? Wird der nächste Bezirk dann drunter leiden? Ich weiß es nicht. Ich werde es nie rausfinden, denn ich habe gerade Aloysius Dawson sterben lassen und nicht getötet.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
What? This is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed on your own.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Vanished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Unter das Schwert wird dich richten. Beschütze das Pembroke Hospital. Was? Old Bridget.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the Sewer Skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths, truths I have kept hidden for so long.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Okay. Ich habe jetzt Bandstufe 5. Das ist die höchste Bandstufe, die ich haben kann. Das wiederum heißt, ich muss alte Freunde besuchen. Schnellster Weg. Im West End war jetzt... da habe ich keinen. Lebt er noch? Ich habe ihn gar nicht... also ich habe ihn zum Sterben zurückgelassen, aber er ist noch nicht tot. Okay. So, von denen hier... da gibt es keinen, der wirklich total scheiße ist. Die beiden wollte ich noch. Vor allem den Pfarrer. Ne, warte mal, die beiden? Weiß gar nicht. Ich nehme sie einfach mit. Guck mal, ich gehe mal vorbei und gucke, wer da noch rumläuft. Und die beiden. Die verleibe ich mir auch ein. Er gehört zu den Wetwood Boys. Und sein Bruder, glaube ich, auch.